A beautiful look there at the skyline of Philadelphia, PA. Should be a good one. Mets and Phillies next. With the skyline in front of us, a look at Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. It's the first game in the month of June between the East-leading New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. Hi again, folks. Matt Vasgersian here to bring you this matchup of NL Eastern Division rivals. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Eric, as we get set to finish off this four-game set here today, let's check out what's happened so far.
Yeah, it hasn't been much of a series so far, at least as far as these fans here are concerned. They've seen their guys lose the first 3 games so far, so things are going to need to change quick, or else they're going to be looking at a 4-game sweep at home.
More from the guys as this one goes along, but first, let's have a look at the starting lineup for the visiting New York Mets as Terry Collins sets his guys up like this. They'll match up against the big guy you see there, the hard-throwing right-hander Chad Billingsley. Daniel Murphy will head for the box as we are just about ready to get things going today. Underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike one.
First pitch, 136.
And he takes this one high, 1-1. Just a perfect afternoon for baseball. 80 degrees under clear blue skies. Grounded, foul. Now a ball hit high down the left field line, but back in amongst the spectators, foul. Right field, and Brown will look this one in for out number 1. So the leadoff man is taken care of to start our finale here this afternoon, and with that, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by the folks at Majestic. If it happens in baseball, it happens in Majestic. Gary Cox will stride forward, currently sitting in 6th place in the race for the National League hitting crown. First pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a ground ball. This is foul for the first strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Swung on and rolled towards first. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Michael Lee will stand in now, and his batting average currently good for 7th in the National League. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Oh, he took a big swing that time as he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Dugan is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So a fairly routine inning that time for Chad Billingsley. It's the Mets 0, Phillies coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Starting lineup for the Phillies is there on your screen. On the mound to square off against these guys, a former Cy Young Award winner, the veteran right-hander Bartolo Colon. Here's a look now at the defensive alignment they'll have to contend with. Phil Gosselin will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first.
Leading off for the Phillies, second baseman, Phil Gosselin.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
This is a spot where it helps to have a two-seam fastball like that so you can work in on the right-handed hitters.
Taken, strike 2 called, and it's even at 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Swing and a hot shot toward third. And he is going to have extra bases here to start the home first. And now this will make it down to the 334 sign. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Oh, that one sounded great off the bat. That's a good, crisp line drive right here to start the inning, and he'll make it up to second with a leadoff double.
Cesar Hernandez will stand in, and he was among the many who failed to record a base hit in the loss yesterday. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Way outside. 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
And over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. A runner at second, nobody out. And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. A throw behind the runner at second, and he's back easily. Colon looks back, now the pitch. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Just like the guy he faced before this, another long at-bat here. He's had to make 13 pitches just to these last 2 hitters.
Line foul to the right and over the Phillies dugout. Another payoff pitch. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Wow, just a great at-bat right there. Simple as that. Patient, laid off some tough pitches. He was rewarded.
Dominic Brown will come forward now, back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Right there for strike 1.
Good pitch right there, right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
No lead to speak of at second. Here's the pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Number 30 battles the sun a bit, but has it for out number 1.
And now that would have fallen under the infield fly rule if it was a fair ball. But no matter, he goes over to make the catch here in foul territory.
Michael Franco will stride in now, back in the lineup after being limited to pinch hit duties in yesterday's ball game. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. And a ball 1-0. Swing and a broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away.
Well, this ball's just not hit nearly hard enough to get 2, obviously because he hit it with half of a bat. So a nice job there to dodge the remnants of what used to be a baseball bat and at least get the sure out at first.
Darren Ruff will stand in, and he wasn't much of a factor yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the loss. First pitch coming. And the pitch bounces off his glove, and that could be a run. But he's safe at third as he's able to scramble back. Took something off there, but it misses ball 1. One pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2.
Yeah, he's a pitch away now from getting out of this first inning unscored upon, and that would certainly give him a big boost going forward.
Here comes a 1-2. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. And this is fouled back and out of play. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. And he got him, so trouble is avoided here in the home half of the first this afternoon, and the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple after one, no score. Number 3 will get his first chance at it now. Didn't factor much into the win yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the ball game. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
Here we go, guys. Come on.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Here's Billingsley's 1-2. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
What was that?
And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
And remember, he's coming off a loss in his last start. So if he keeps doing things like walking the leadoff guy, he'll be in trouble here too.
David Lee will stand in now, and this is certainly a guy that can beat you in a lot of ways. Currently your National League stolen base leader. And here's the first pitch. First pitch is a breaking ball taken down and away for ball 1.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
And it runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
There you go.
Ball hit high to the right side, but this will get into the seats, foul. Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and that'll get down for what should be extra bases. Number 30 will stand in here with a chance to pad his RBI total, and as you can see, he currently sits 3rd in the National League in that category.
Let's get you out here.
Here's the first offering. First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1. Started to go around there. Looked like he held up in time. No. Strike two, says the third base umpire. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
Let's go, Phillies!
And this ball will be chopped foul. Runners at second and third here. Nobody out. Goes the other way as this is down the line at third. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. One run scores. The throw to the plate. A tag, and they get him at the plate as one run scores, but not the second.
Well, the runner from third winds up just walking home on the base hit here, but they try to wave the second runner in, and a good throw is going to wind up nailing him at home plate.
Michael Kadire will get his first shot here with the runner at first now and one away.
Come on, Phillies!
Now here's the first pitch. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball one. And there he goes towards second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
Well, I think they had a feeling he'd be going, but you had to figure they weren't going to pitch out twice in a row, and he winds up taking second here and moving into scoring position.
We're in the second, 1-0 Mets early on. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground towards short. Throw on to first. He'll take care of Kadire, and there are 2 away.
Well, I think you got away with one right there. I mean, this is a fastball right down the middle. And he just smokes this ball, too. But unfortunately, he hits it right at someone. So it becomes a fairly easy out.
Brian McCann will stride in now. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's ball game. And there's the fastball Billingsley has that we've heard so much about. Good for strike one. Good lead off a second there. Now the pitch. That misses. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the Mets backstop.
You get a good look right there. Already 33 pitches now through an inning and 2/3. That's an awfully high number this early.
Now a look and a throw back to second. Back in standing. Oh, and he rips this one to first. And that's through into right field for a base hit. The throw to the plate. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Bartolo Colon will try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. And this is taken for a strike by the 40-year-old veteran. No balls and a strike. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
Water.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Boy, and after that good first inning, not the same here in the second.
He's kind of looking a little shell-shocked out there. Like even he can't figure out what's going on.
Hey, Phil, come on.
Line to left. Ruff is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Mets 2 and the Phillies nothing. Kelly Dugan will start things off in the bottom of the second.
Phillies. First baseman, Kelly Dugan.
First pitch to him. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1. And here's a fastball called for strike 2. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2.
Let's go, Phillies. Here we go.
Now another pitch is hit foul and headed for the seats, so the count will stay put at 1-2. Another 1-2 delivery. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Let's go.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
And you know what that is right there? That's life in the show, bud. Once teams around the league figure out the book on how to get you out, it can be a real tough adjustment to play at this level.
Freddie Galvis will stride in now. He drove in his guy's lone run of the ball game yesterday afternoon. First offering on the way. Good fastball there from Cologne. It's 0-1. Fouled back. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
1 out, nobody on.
All right, guys, let's do it. Come on.
Swing and a miss as he starts the frame with back-to-back strikeouts here. 3 in a row going back to the last inning, and there are 2 away.
That's now 3 straight strikeouts going back to last inning. And whatever he's throwing, it's working up there.
Number 29 will stand in now as he was reinserted back into the lineup here after taking a needed day off yesterday.
Come on, Philadelphia.
Now here's the first pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
Nice, hey, man. Here we go.
And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
And now, as a hitter, 1 and 2, you've got to be thinking right center field. You'll take a little swing out and try to drive something the other way.
Here we go.
A big uppercut there as he popped this straight up. And I mean way up there on the left side of the infield. And he drops it.
Being out there during day games, I can tell you, it is no fun trying to find the baseball against a high sky like this. And here, he just doesn't pick it up.
So a runner at first with 2 away. And that'll leave things for the pitcher, Chad Billingsley, to try to help his own cause. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. Well, that was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a ball headed towards the hole. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
And this is a situation now on the mound where you can't worry about how you got into it. You've got to worry about how you're going to get out of it. And he's got some work to do now to protect this lead.
Phil Gosselin will get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 2. And this is low, but McCann able to get a handle on it quickly there. And the off-speed pitch is taken here, a ball and a strike.
And in a spot like this, first and second with 2 away, that's where he's at his toughest on the mound. He'll bear down and start finding the corners of the strike zone. Makes it very hard for you to score runs off it.
Gets under this one as this is hit high and pretty deep out there to center field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple. They trail things here 2-0. Daniel Murphy is ready to go here as we begin the third.
Second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
Let's go. Shut him down.
In there, 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. 1 away here to begin the third.
Yeah, cut fastball right there, and that's exactly what it's designed to do. Keep that ball right off the sweet spot of the bat, and that's going to turn into a little looper.
Gary Cox will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. Billingsley ready, another 0-2. Now a line drive that's going to be caught out there. It's short. A laser that time, but it'll wind up with nothing to show for it. 2 away.
This ball's hit hard right here, but it's got a little tail to it with the left-hander swinging the bat. He's able to stay with it and put it away out there at short.
Michael Lee will dig in. He popped out his first time. In there for strike one, 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
And he sends a fastball out to left field and fairly well hit. And he's turned an 0-2 count into a home run. A solo shot here to left, number 17 for him on the season, and the Mets have taken a 3-0 lead.
Here's the sequence one more time on show track. He looks at strike one, looks at strike two. Now that pitcher's got a false sense of security, and he unloads on the 0-2 pitch. He got all of that one.
Number 3 will bat here. No official at bat, but he's scored a run thus far. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Fouled toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats out of play. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. But the Mets are able to tack on one thanks to the solo homer. We played 2.5. It's 3-0 New York. Cesar Hernandez makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
Center fielder, Cesar Hernandez.
First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball one.
Here we go.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And there's the first out.
And here's a situation where maybe if he's trying to go with this pitch, he might hit this ball a little bit harder. But instead, he's up there trying to pull it, and he hardly gets anything on this line drive at all.
Dominic Brown will dig in. He popped out in foul territory his first time. Now the first pitch. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1.
You can tell here, in his mind, he's thinking quick inning. He's not even trying to set guys up. He's coming right after them.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Tried to change of pace with 2 strikes there, but it misses 1-2.
Good changeup right there, down in the strike zone. Definitely the one they wanted to strike him out on, so that's a great job to lay off.
A softly hit ball pushed foul over to the left side. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Lined hard to center field. In there, a base hit.
A couple of hard hit balls here to start the inning. The first one found a glove, but not this one, though. He's on with a 1-out single.
Franco.
Michael Franco will stand in. He grounded out his first time. And a fastball just misses for ball 1.
Grab the runner already.
Throw back to first by Colon, and he just manages to get his hand in. Runner at first here, 1 man out. The 1-0 pitch. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on.
Get the runner to second.
Runner goes for second. Pitch inside. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second.
Well, when you're struggling as a ball club, this is when you got to force the issue a little bit. And that can mean being aggressive on the bases. And now he's into second here on the stolen base.
Fastball in there, 3-2. He took second fairly easily. Any thought of third base here?
I don't think so. You've got a good hitter at the plate. A single is probably all he needs. I'd let him try to drive you in.
And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Now a swing and a high fly ball, and this one has some carry on it to deep right field. Lee is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
And you know, he's kind of going through a stretch right now where the ball just isn't jumping off his bat. He's got a good pitch to hit right here. Looked like he put a good swing on it, but it just didn't go anywhere.
Darren Ruff will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. Short lead from second, now the pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Well, we've mentioned it already, but look at the pitch count here in the 3rd inning. He's almost completely out of gas already.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Foul tip held onto behind the plate at strike 2.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
And a swing and a miss as all he could do was reach out in vain for that one, and the side is retired. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. David Lee will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th.
David Lee.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one. And there's a fastball that's hammered the other way to deep right field. And the fourth inning has begun with a home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And the Mets have jumped out to a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, and this is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This has got some elevation to it, and that's one of those where you know it's going to be a home run as soon as you let go of it.
Number 30 will stand in, an RBI single in his first appearance. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Feels like he's kind of relied a little too much on that fastball.
And it's gotten him into trouble. I think guys have just gone up there looking for it, and usually they wind up getting it.
Missed low and inside with it, 1-1.
And if he wants to turn things around, that's a pitch that he's going to need to start locating better.
The 1-1. And they'll try to go away with this one, but it misses as well, and it's to 2-1 now. You know, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
And here's a big swing as he sends this one in the air out toward deep center. Hernandez is going to get back, and he'll put this one away on the warning track for the first out.
Well, he gets you out there, but he's not missing many bats right now. The guys are really putting together some good swings against him so far.
Michael Kadire will dig in with 1 in and 1 away. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
Get out of here, Matt. Go back to New York.
And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Sliced down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. And this is fouled back and out of play. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
Sliders, strike 3 called, and that's a pitcher's pitch right there. 2 gone.
You know, and I think most hitters will tell you, if you get a bad call on strike 1 or strike 2, you know, they can live with that. But if you're going to punch me out on strike 3, it better be a strike. If not, I feel like you're taking the bat out of my hands.
Brian McCann will stand in, an RBI single in his first appearance. Infield in the overshift here, now the pitch. In there, and it's 0-1.
And even though that is a strike, it's okay. These guys have been really patient at the plate. They've had a good game plan up there, and it's worked out for them so far.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Up high, 2-1 now. Lined into left center, and that's going to be a base hit from McCann.
And another hard hit ball off of him right there. And that's not the first one he's allowed so far. As you take a look at his line, not too much to write home about right there. This has not been one of his better performances at all.
Bartolo Colon will stand in. A line-out victim his first time. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
And a good pitch there. It's a big front door curveball, and he had no way of opening up to it.
Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. Nothing in 2 now.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Billingsley at an even 70 pitches now for the ball game. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo shot. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 4-0 New York. Kelly Dugan will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th.
First baseman, Kelly Dugan.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Philadelphia.
Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Fastball got him looking as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone.
And he's having a rough go of it so far. His second strikeout of the ball game. You can see him gesturing that he thinks that pitch was outside, but you know, I think once he gets a look at it in the clubhouse, he'll probably change his tune.
Freddie Galvis will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. And he gets ahead 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1.
Come on, Phillies, let's go.
And And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. Bouncing ball now up the middle, and it's going to sneak its way into center field for a one-out base hit.
And on the mound, here's where you got to keep pitching like it's a one-run game. You never want to get in that relaxed mode where you think, I've got some cushion. I can afford to give up some hits. That'll spell disaster.
Number 29 will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Get that runner in a scoring position. That's mine.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
Let's go, Phillies!
Now a throw over, and a bit dirty, but he's back in safely. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now, 0-2.
When a guy like this on the mound has got you down 0-2, that's a tough hole to climb out of.
Come on now, Phillies!
Out in front of the fastball here as this is drilled into left field. That's a base hit.
Well, this looks like one of those swings where it was just a flat-out guess. But this is not one of those guys where you can sit off speed and then just react to the fastball. You're not going to just react to 98. But give him credit however he did it. He put a good swing on that ball.
Cody Ashe is out into the on-deck circle now, so that would appear to mean the end for Chad Billingsley. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And this is a big spot right here. You've got to get something out of this, even if it's just a run or two.
Now both runners are breaking. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. It's there in plenty of time. He's out trying to steal third as they get the lead runner here.
Now that play is going to change the complexion of this inning for sure. Now all of a sudden you've got 2 outs and a runner at second base, so you may have just handed this pitcher a lifeline.
No runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Now a ball rolls softly to second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Phillies strand 1. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. David Buchanan is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Daniel Murphy will dig in. 0 for 2. He's flied out and popped out so far.
Daniel Murphy.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Galvis is there to put this one away, and it's a very quick out to start the 5th.
Well, nothing better than a first pitch pop-up to start the inning. Now, you'll take that every time.
Gary Cox will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
This is our house.
Breaking pitch there, but it looked like he was waiting for it as he yanks it through the hole and into right field for a 1-out single. And that'll extend his hit streak as well, as he's now reached a baker's dozen, 13 ball games. Michael Lee will dig in, 1 for 2 to this point in the ball game. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
What's up, guys?
And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. Just fire that thing in there.
Here's the 1-1. Runners going. Pitch is high. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second.
And it looks like these guys just don't want to take their foot off the gas pedal. They know even a lead like this isn't safe, especially with a lot of baseball left to be played. So he's on the move here, and he's into second with that stolen base.
Not much of a lead at second. Now here's the pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. And this is going to be a foul ball. Oh, what a good at-bat with the runner in scoring position as this is into right center. That's a base hit. And they'll tack on one more as this is now a 5-0 game.
Well, he had that home run earlier in the ball game, and now he's got an RBI single. So he's putting together a pretty nice ball game.
Number 3 will stand in with a run in, 1 out and 1 on here in the inning. Slurve in there, strike 1. The early hit total, about what you'd expect in a score line such as this.
Got one that's gonna go.
Swing. 1-1.
Got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. And he's fallen behind now, 3-1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
3-1 on the way. On the ground is short. This could be 2. 1 there. On to first. Not in time as the umpire was right there to make the call.
Well, you could have put the first base bag out in the outfield grass on this play. You're not going to double this guy up. He's too fast. Still, a pretty good job of at least getting that lead runner at second base.
David Lee will stand in. 2 hits in 2 trips thus far. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Yeah, well, that's, I guess, what you'd call a rule book strike. Technically, that's in the strike zone, but it's a call that most pitchers don't get nowadays.
Nothing to worry about here. We got him.
1-0. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
And you go back to the call on that very first pitch, how important that was. Now instead of a 1-1 count, you're at 2-0 with a really dangerous hitter up there.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Has a look, now the pitch. And he lays off again, ball 3.
Now you've got a run already in, another runner on first. You got to think this has to be a fastball here.
Oh, got his pitch on 3-1, but this is a routine fly ball out to straightaway center. Hernandez is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Mets lead it 5-0. Phil Gosselin will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they've pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
First pitch on the way. Here's a slider to start things out, but it misses by a few inches or so. It's ball 1. And he watches one split the middle here, 1-1. He ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2.
Come on now, let's go. Here we go.
Tried to hold up there, appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Well, there's a look at his pitches by inning, and as you can see, he's hit 85 for the game now, so you have to think they're watching him pretty closely in that dugout.
Cesar Hernandez will stand in. He popped out in his last time. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Full count, 3-2.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. I mean, he probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
Here we go.
And a swing and a bouncing ball back up the middle. Over to his left, he's up with it. Throw to first, and Colon's looking good here as he gets 2 quick ones to start the inning.
Up next for Philadelphia, right fielder, Dominic Brown.
Dominic Brown will stride in. Popped out and singled in his 2 trips. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. But it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
Now a ball lined to the right side. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Michael Franco will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
The 1-0. In tight again, and it's to 2-0 now.
And to me, this just looks like the classic case of a guy who's given it his all this afternoon, but he's just flat out of gas.
And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't going to help.
Let's go, Phillies.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
And it looked like he was on his way to breezing through this half inning. But then a base hit, now a walk here with 2 away, and that's opened the door for these guys to maybe do some damage after all.
Darren Ruff will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick, or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. And he continues to labor here, coming up on 100 pitches in just the 5th inning. No runs on 6 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Slider, but that's low as it's dug out by the catcher there.
It doesn't take a trained eye to tell you. He's starting to wear down a bit out there on the mound.
Come on, get that, Jimmy.
And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2.
Yeah, and that fastball still got some life to it, even over 100 pitches.
That's slowly hit to the right side. And the pitcher will just run over and take this one himself, and the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Justin DeFreitas will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Justin DeFreitas.
Number 30 will dig in, 1 for 2 thus far.
First baseman, number 30.
Go.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. And this will be fouled away. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 23.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out and show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. It looked to me like that was the right call.
Michael Kadire will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips. First pitch coming. And this is fouled back and out of play. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. One out, nobody on. Here's one hit towards the hole. Throw on to first. He'll take care of Kadire, and there are 2 away.
The catcher, number 36, Brian McCann.
Brian McCann will step in. A base hit in his last time. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
When he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Now 0-2 here. This is where you need to expand the zone. If it's close, you got to let it fly.
Fouled straight back. Oh, got him looking at the 2-seamer, and that'll end it. Mets go down 1-2-3, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Kelly Dugan will be the batter as we get things going in the bottom of the 6th.
First baseman, Kelly Dugan.
Runs up to bunt here and pops this one up. Colon is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Freddie Galvis will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. And here's the first pitch. And this is taken outside for ball 1. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he missed again, high and away this time, 3-1. Swinging a ground ball towards the middle. Oh, a reaching try as he knocks it down. But he knows he's got no chance at first, so we'll see how they score that. Most likely an infield single.
And that's one of those where even if he fields this thing cleanly, he was going to have a tough time squaring those shoulders back up and then throwing all the way across his body. But once it doesn't find the pocket, forget it. It's going to be an infield hit.
Number 29 will dig in. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. fastball taken the other way, but this should be routine out there in right field. Lee is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
And into his 6th inning of work now. Let's take a look at the breakdown for him so far.
Justin, the Freitas.
Ryan Howard will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 6, Ryan Howard.
Let's go.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here.
2-0 now. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
Especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
2-0 on the way. Good release on the circle change. 2-1 now. Fastball hit on the ground is short. And a close play at second, but the throw does beat him and the side is retired. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. 7th inning coming up. It's the Mets 5 and the Phillies nothing. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Jake Diekman is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
63, Jake Diekman.
David Wright is going to loosen up now in the on-deck circle, so that's going to be all for Cologne in this one.
David Wright.
Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Think he would have liked the green light there. It's 2-1. Good fastball that time as he's pulled the count back to even now. It's 2-2. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. Oh, a tough play. Throw not nearly in time, so despite the great effort, that'll go into the books as an infield single.
Boy, what a great effort just to knock this one down before it gets into center field. But that was going to be asking a lot for him to get up and throw his man out. And as you can see there, that throw is well late.
Philippe Almond will get the assignment on the mound here as he'll enter with the runner at first and nobody out.
Philippe Almond.
Daniel Murphy will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher as he'll do so with the runner at first and nobody out. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there.
Keep the runner close.
And a changeup that time that's lifted in the air out toward left. Ruff will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
Gary Cox will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
Here's a look over to first. A dive, but he's back.
Come on, nail it.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 2 now as this catches the outer half.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Yeah, an interesting setup now on 2-2. Here's where you really need to pay attention to that guy at first.
And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with 1 out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4. Chad Qualls will come on and pitch here with 1 gone in the top of the 7th.
For the Phillies, number 50, Chad Qualls.
Michael Lee will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone.
Earn your paycheck and turn the
Now a swing and a ground ball. And this is past him at third. Down the line, it's a fair ball. And the run will score from second here as that breaks it open to a 6-0 lead.
Now batting, number 3.
Number 3 will dig in. 0 for 2 in the ballgame.
There you go.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
And EK, I don't know about you, but I really hated getting a bad call on that very first pitch.
Hey, jeez, it puts you just in a terrible frame of mind.
Let's turn 2.
And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. But this will land out there just foul. And here's a sinker that causes him to back away as that just about got him.
Yeah, he's not trying to hit him, I don't think, but sometimes you need to keep guys honest up there. I think that's all he was trying to do there.
Runner not going anywhere at second. Now the pitch. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. And the pitch is off the catcher's glove as it rolls away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Yeah, and with 2 on and 1 out, you're just hoping you can get a double play ball to get yourself out of the inning. But now you've really got some work to do as he bounces this pitch, and that means both runners are going to move up.
Runners are at second and third with 1 down.
Come on, Phil.
Sinker, 3 and 2 now. EK, where are you going now on 3 and 2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Play smart.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Well, that's okay. You would have liked him to chase on 3 and 2, but you had your base open here, so now you can really focus on getting yourself a ground ball.
Jerome Williams will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. David Lee will be the first to meet him here, and he'll do so in an enviable situation indeed. Bases loaded and only 1 out now.
Nice play.
And that misses, ball 1.
Hey, you watching the same game up here?
Bases are loaded with only 1 out. The 1-0. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. One and 2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Come on, let's hold them.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2 and 2.
Oh, that's a tough take, but a good one. The pressure's still squarely on the pitcher out there. He's still got to come in.
And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. The 2-2 one more time. And this is low, but I'll block nicely behind the plate, and that'll get a sigh of relief from the dugout. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll hold that runner at third, so everyone moves up, and they remain loaded here with still only 1 gone.
Now batting, number 30.
Drew Storen will come on much too early here if you ask me. It's just the 7th inning.
Lights out, baby, lights out.
Number 30 will stand in, and I've got to think these add-on runs here will really make it difficult to come back from.
And that's how they've done it all game long. They haven't really had a big inning yet, just a lot of 1s and 2s, but those will add up.
Good setup, and the circle change hits the spot. 0-1.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
Come on, let's settle down and get the out.
Goes the other way as this is lined to left. And a dive in left, but he can't get it. It'll get by him toward the wall. Around third and being waved on home. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate, but not in time, and 3 runs score.
Well, if you want to point fingers at who's to blame for this disaster, you're going to need both hands. In the pitching, the batting, the defense, the execution. Just draw a line through this one. This one's been an absolute disaster.
Michael Kadire will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far. Keeping him close there at second. Now the pitch. Low for ball 1. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
Fouled back. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. And that misses, and we're even at 2-2. Runner holding tight at second. Now the pitch. Grounded, foul. Line to the right side, but that's a foul ball. This is hit sharply to the left side, and that's through into left, a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Yeah, a hot shot that time and a tough read down there at third base. He just couldn't get the leather on it.
Brian McCann will have another go. He struck out looking his last time. Swinging a ball hit hard on the ground to first, and he's got himself a base hit.
Tack on another run there. They've put up 11 now in the ball game, and this offense is definitely running on all cylinders.
David Wright will get a shot now in an RBI spot, so a chance to help his own cause here.
And he's got a hit in the game already, so he can handle the bat at least a little bit.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. A bare hand for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. All told, 10 men come to the plate here. 6 of them score. Bottom of the 7th now. Get up and stretch here in Philly. Mets out in front, 11-0. Grant Balfour will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Phil Gosselin will start things off as they look to do something here to get on the scoreboard for the first time.
And they've seen some opportunities come and go. They do have 7 hits, so it's not like they haven't had base runners. They just haven't been able to bring those guys in.
Ball one. A chance here at least for this guy to get some work in what should be a fairly low-stress appearance.
Yeah, but it seems like these outings are where you relax a little bit too much, you give up 3 runs, and then watch your ERA climb by another point. You'll need to guard against that.
Off the plate again, 2-0 now. Now a swing, and he popped him up. And no ordinary pop-up at that. This is way up there. And there's out number 1.
And that's telling of how they've swung the bats. This has just been a punchless offense so far. And this pop-up is pretty indicative of their struggles.
Cesar Hernandez will stride in, grounded out his last time through. In there at the knees, strike 1. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. And there's ball 1.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
Look into McCann, the 1-1. Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Lee is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Up next for Philadelphia, right fielder, Dominic Brown.
Dominic Brown will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. And he'll start him with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. And this is fouled back and out of play. Now the 1-2. And a good spot for that pitch as it's chopped foul. A ball hit hard to the left side. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They trail in this one 11-0. Daniel Murphy will get us going now in the top half of the 8th.
For the Mets, second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Now a sharply hit ball back up the middle, and that's in there, base hit.
And you can tell when these guys have gone up to the plate, they've had a plan. They're just not wildly swinging, hoping for things to work out. They've been looking for specific pitches in specific locations. The advanced scouts, they've earned their pay in this one.
Gary Cox will dig in. He walked and later scored last time. Big hole on the right side. Here's the first pitch. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going.
Get the double play.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
He's showing pretty good patience here for a rookie. Those were two tough takes, but he's got it to 2-0.
And that's taken for a strike on the inside corner. 2-1. A runner at first with no outs here. And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul.
He's going to steal, I'm telling you. Quick.
Full count now. 3-2.
Come on, throw him strike 3.
Hit high but foul as that'll get in amongst the fans. On a big swing as he takes this one to the opposite field. High and deep to left center. Ruff is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1. A look at our line score thus far. The Mets have come to Philadelphia and they lead the Phils here in the 8th. Michael Lee will dig in. He homered back in inning number 3. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. And this one will be out of play off to the left. And this is going to be a foul ball. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Well, he got caught chasing those first 2 pitches out of the strike zone, but I think he's kind of caught on to their game now. Those are 2 good takes to get it back to 2-2.
Now the 2-2 pitch. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. In tight. Look out. That one sends him to the deck. It's ball 3.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
Will you throw him a strike already?
And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with one away.
I think these guys are at the point of the series where they've seen enough of this guy swinging the bat. Go ahead, take first base.
Number 3 will dig in. 0 for 2 thus far. Ball 1.
Yeah, he didn't seem to do him any favors with the previous batter, and now here's another call that goes against him on the mound.
That one's a called strike. Back even at 1.
Let's turn the 5-4-3 here.
Short lead from second, now the pitch. And a fastball runs in a bit too close for comfort that time.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. Bare-handed for 1. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Mets strand 1, but they lead it 11-0. Michael Franco will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8.
Michael Franco.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Way outside. 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Had to protect on 1-2, and this is a fly ball out to straightaway right field. Lee is there, 1 away.
And with the big lead, he can afford to take a few chances with that fastball. And here, this one works out for him because this is nothing more than an easy fly ball.
Darren Ruff will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. First pitch coming. Oh, and he straightens him up with a fastball that time. It's ball 1. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now. One out, nobody on. Three and 0 now. Kelly Dugan waits on deck. And they'll just make him throw one over here. 3-1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
He's saying, give me a break. I mean, that pitcher's right there. And I tell you, though, complaining like that is only going to squeeze that strike zone a little more.
Kelly Dugan will stand in. He popped out in his last time.
Let's go now. Base hit here.
Too low, 1-0.
Taking deep.
And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. Three and 0 now. Pitching him pretty careful here, wouldn't you say?
Well, it's possible to be too careful. I mean, this is not a Silver Slugger award winner up there. You want this guy to hit the ball and put it in play.
3-0 pitch. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
The batter, the shortstop.
Freddie Galvis will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball 1.
And the Phils know that one key hit here could make a big impact on the outcome of the ball game.
And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now. Eric, what are you looking for here?
It's a fastball count, but he doesn't always play by the rules out there, so this could very well be a slider or something away. So in other words, I have no idea.
Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. And this ball will be chopped foul. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
These guys really haven't had all that many great chances offensively. So, you know, they'd hate to see this threat go by the boards. Not a good time for a strikeout at all.
Number 29 will stand in with a showdown looming. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 8. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
Big swing and a miss at the changeup, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. On the ground down the first base line. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. David Lee will dig in, needing to come up with a 3-bagger to complete the cycle.
David Lee.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. The 1-0 home. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2. And he's fallen behind now, 3-1. Number 30 waits on deck. Swinging a ground ball to first. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
That's a disappointing final at bat there. You figure he probably won't get another shot at finishing off the cycle, but still a very good performance to say the least.
Number 30 will bat now. Couple of hits in 4 trips, including a double. Now here's the first pitch. And it's the outside corner. It's strike 1. And that misses 1-1.
Well, that's a good spot for that two-seam fastball. But remember, that'll run away from left-handers, so a good idea to work the outside edge.
The 1-1. Grounded fouled off to the right side. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. And a swing and a ball hit foul heading for the seats. So another foul ball here, and it remains 1-2. Again, a 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Such a good at-bat right here. When you can grind out 7, 8 pitches against a guy that's running short on gas, that can be huge.
And this is on the ground toward the hole. Just onto the outfield grass as he makes the stop. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
And when things are going well, these are the little things that just seem to start going your way. Nothing too amazing here, but this winds up an infield single, and the breaks just keep going their way.
Michael Kadire will dig in. He singled his last time around. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. In there at the knees, 0-2 now. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
The 1-2 to Kadire. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
Well, that's an opportunity wasted on the mound there. Now, a hitter's got to be defensive on 2-2, but that was so far outside, I mean, he didn't even have to worry about chasing it.
And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
That's a real good at-bat there. He fell behind 1-2 right out of the gate, but instead of going out of the zone to protect, he was able to lay off 3 straight and get his guys a leadoff base runner.
Brian McCann. We'll see if he can keep it going. 3 for 4 thus far. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1.
Yeah, and with 2 on now following the walk, he needed to jump ahead of the next guy, so that's a good way to start out.
And he takes a good swing at that one as this is sent down the line in right, but ultimately into the crowd of foul ball. And he lays off the slurve. 1-2 now.
His pitch count has really spiked here in the inning. He's up over 50 already.
Inside for a ball, so he misses with 2 straight here, and it's back to 2-2.
He doesn't look like the same reliever here in his 3rd inning of work. Looking a little worse for wear out
there. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
And you can just sense him starting to tense up out there on the mound. They had him down 0-2, and now he's struggling to make the perfect pitch, and it's not happening.
Reaches and hits this one hard the other way. Boy, and call off the dogs already as this is down for extra bases.
Oh, nice. Stays back and drives in yet another run. That's his 3rd of the afternoon.
Matt Carpenter will get the call to pinch hit here, and he'll find he has a couple of runners aboard with only 1 out in the inning. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Oh, man, if you're a pitching coach, you might want to update your resume after this performance. His guys have been brutal.
Come on, hold it down.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Close to the bag at second there. Now the pitch. And a changeup that just about got away from him there as that ran in a bit too far.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
Now a ball lined to the left side. But this is a foul ball. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat here on this next pitch. This is not the guy you want to lose.
No lead to speak of at second. Here's the pitch. And he lays off, ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
He's not going to earn himself any points with this performance out of the bullpen so far. The control just hasn't been there. And, you know, that's mission number 1 for a reliever.
Daniel Murphy will look to keep pouring it on as he stands in with the bases loaded. Comes with a fastball as this is lifted the other way out to left center. Catch is made in medium deep left center. Here comes the runner for the plate. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
Yeah, probably a little bit of a sigh of relief out there on the pitching mound there. With a run in, the bases loaded, nobody out. You're just looking to get an out or two any way you can. So I think the sacrifice fly is a pretty good trade-off that you can live with right now.
Roberto Hernandez will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
56, Roberto Hernandez. Now catching and batting in the ninth spot, number 17, A.J. Ellis.
Gary Cox will see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home here in the inning so far. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Oh, he wanted that one. Probably should have got it, too.
Two down, runners at first and second. Swing and a ball hit to the left side, and this is going to wind up a souvenir.
All right, let's hold him.
2-2.
Go. Shut this guy down. Don't let him score.
Light, but foul. Now another 2-2. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. And he'll fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away. On the ground to third. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. And on the error, a run is going to score.
And this offensive explosion continues. They're now up to 14 runs in the game. EK, you can't even count that high. And I think defensively, you got to be saying right now, what do we got to do to get these guys out?
Michael Lee will stand in, the 8th batter in the inning, as he'll get a shot with 2 on and 2 out. Keeping him close there at second. Now the pitch. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Here's a swing and a ground ball. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the 9th. The Mets lead this one. Josh Edgen will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Josh Edgen.
A.J. Ellis will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the 9th, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
Yeah, and whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
First pitch misses here to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 9 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1.
Yeah, that's getting bailed out at the plate.
Now here's a ball popped up. This behind the plate for McCann. McCann is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the 9th this crowd was hoping for. 1 away.
And as a defender, these are the kind of pitchers you like to play behind. Someone who pitches to contact, keeps the defense involved, and he gets an easy pop-up right here.
Phil Gosselin will stand in. He popped out in his last time. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Lays off the circle change there, a ball and a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, hard to believe that's not a strike. I don't know exactly where that would have missed.
1 out, nobody on. There's the cold strike he was looking for. 2-2 now. Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Not too happy about that decision down there at first base. We're going to check it out again here on show motion. Boy, that is a tight call. You know, one way or another, someone wasn't going to be happy about that.
Cesar Hernandez will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. And this pitch is up and in as he backs away. It's ball 1.
And you know what? That's not a big breaking ball coming up high and tight. That's going to get your attention a little.
2 out, nobody on. And this is fouled back and out of play. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And he'll put this one away for the final out. And the Mets continue the roll they've been on. 7 straight victories now as this ball game is over.
Break out the fire extinguishers. These guys are on fire. 7 straight wins. They've been as hot as any team in baseball, and they've really got things rolling out there now.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Well, he winds up with 3/4 of the cycle. Couldn't quite squeeze in the triple, but that's all right. He definitely did enough to earn himself the hardware.
So that's a wrap here this afternoon. For EK, Psycho, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com. The Mets come out on top, 14-0. So long from Philly.
The winning pitcher is Bartolo Colon. His record is now 8-3. The loss goes to Chad Billingsley. He falls to 3-7. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 41 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game SEPTA trains on the Orange Broad Street line are available at the Patterson Avenue station, and extra C buses are available directly outside the stadium.